This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your MLB Early Lines report for Thursday, September 8th. We're going to talk about one game specifically on this very, very limited Thursday baseball card. We're going to look at the Texas Rangers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Final game of this series between these teams. You've got some decent pitchers on the mound in this start. Derek Holland for Texas, the lefty. Taijuan Walker for the Seattle Mariners. There's no question about that. Guys that have the potential to put up some zeros and keep these offenses in check, but I'm going to look in the other direction. We're talking about a Texas team that is 8-0 to the over in their last 8 games, and when you see a team like Texas on this kind of over the total streak, they don't happen by accident. They don't happen by coincidence. This is a red-hot lineup that has stayed hot for weeks on end, and when you see these over streaks, a lot of the same elements that lead to these games going over the total, they stay in play game after game after game. You've got a Texas lineup that's red hot. Red hot lineups stay red hot until proven otherwise. On the other side, you got a Texas starting staff that is not pitching well and not eating up innings. That is leading to a Texas bullpen that has had to log a ton of innings, that has been taxed, that has been overused and overworked for days on end, if not weeks. And the result is a Texas team that's also giving up runs in bunches. I mean, look at the last 8 games. Texas has scored 6, 8, 14, 10, 12, 6, 6, 10 in those 8 games. But what have they given up in those 8 games? 3, 7, 1, 8, 4, 7, 14, 7. And look at the starters during that stretch. You got 6.2 innings out of Yu Darvish, 4.1 out of Cole Hamels, 6 innings from Martin Perez, 5.2 innings from A.J. Griffin, 6 innings from Derek Holland, 4 innings from Yu Darvish, 1.2 innings from Cole Hamels, of all people, who got roughed up in one start and couldn't get out of the second inning. And then Martin Perez only goes 6 innings in the Tuesday game of this series. It's a bullpen that's logging just way too many innings. There hasn't been a day off for Texas in almost a week now, and so it's a reverberating effect. They're scoring runs, their starting pitching isn't pitching deep, they're giving up runs early, the bullpen is taxed, they're tired late, they don't have that strength in their arm to get outs routinely, they're giving up runs late, and as a result you're seeing game after game after game for Texas going over the total. And you don't try to buck a trend like this as far as I'm concerned. When you see these over the total streaks like Texas is on right now, like Minnesota was on earlier this season, like some other teams have been on in the past, the Blue Jays have been on some tremendous over the total runs in recent years. You don't try to buck the trend. You either ride the trend or you pass the game from a totals perspective. And I'm going to get in on another over the total recommendation here because Derek Holland, even though he has pitched well in 3 starts, he's given up 4 runs in his 18 innings back. He's still not pitching very deep. He's gone just 6 innings in each of his 3 starts, and he does have a little bit of a spotty track record against the Seattle Mariners. In fact, when he faced them earlier this season, his last time facing them right here at Safeco Field, only lasted 5 innings, gave up 5 runs in that outing. So I have concerns whether he can get this Seattle lineup out. I have concerns if he can pitch deep. And again, I have concerns about Texas bullpen, which has been giving up runs late because of being overused in recent games. So I think the potential is there for Seattle to score runs. And I definitely think Texas can score runs on Taijuan Walker because it just hasn't been the same from Taijuan Walker since returning to the Seattle rotation in August. He's been roughed up repeatedly in 3 starts since recently returning. 4 runs on 6 hits in 5.2 innings against the New York Yankees, 4 runs in 7.1 innings against the White Sox, and then 6 runs, doesn't even get out of the first inning in his last start against the LA Angels on September 3rd. It's just been an absolutely tough and rough return to the rotation here for Taijuan Walker with this Seattle team. And you look at what he's done against Texas. Well, the last time he faced Texas, June 3rd, 6 runs on 9 hits allowed in 5 innings. So not exactly a boatload of confidence that he can come in here and shut down this smoking hot Texas Rangers lineup. And I mean red hot. I mean everybody in this lineup is feeling it right now at the plate. Mazara's swinging, Desmond's hitting the ball, Carlos Beltran's hitting the ball, Beltre, Rougned Odor's been unbelievable, Jonathan Lucroy, after some struggles early on, following the trade from Milwaukee. He's getting his bat going recently too. So it's everybody in this Texas Rangers lineup right now that is collectively crushing the baseball and scoring runs in bunches. Total in this game, not quite as high. I mean, we've seen totals of 8.5, 9 shaded to the over. We're actually seeing that in the 8 to 8.5 range, and the 8.5s are shaded a little bit towards the under at -120. So a little bit more of a reduction here in the price and the number with the total in this game, because you got the name commodities of Holland and Walker, who on paper are supposed to be really good pitchers. But I think that gives us value, even more value with the over, and that's what I'm going to do. Let's take Texas, Seattle, over the total, 8, 8.5, shop around. There's a little bit of both sitting out there right now, 8 or 8.5. Either one is good, is fine with me. Texas, Seattle to go over the total as Texas looks to extend a perfect 8-0 streak to the over in their last 8 games. All right, that's my look at MLB early lines for the games taking place on Thursday, September the 8th. I'm sports handicapper Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review, and until next time, enjoy the games and good luck.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.